show you something. So whilst the levels on remote collars aren't particularly important in terms of, you know, working, I have to work at this number or this level or whatever, you look at the dog, you know, you judge it on the dog. So at this moment in time, she's working on a level 3. I don't know if you can see that. She's between a 3 and a 4. Right, and she's also got a comfort pad on there, a long-haired comfort pad, small receiver adapter. And what that does, other than makes it a lot more comfortable for the dog to wear, is it has a huge, or relatively large anyway, impact on the moment at which the sensation of the collar can become felt at the lower levels. So it dampens, it sort of like muffles, if you like, the sensation of the remote collar at the lower levels. So a number 3 with a comfort pad on is incredibly low in terms of sensation. You wouldn't be able to feel that. You wouldn't be able to feel that. If you put it on your inner wrist or whatever, you would not be able to perceive that, but she can. So it's important that we realise and understand that the number on a dial doesn't really mean a great deal. It's the response of the dog and what she can feel or what he can feel and how they respond to it. That's the thing that's important. And when we're doing behaviours like this, behaviours that we're building and we're strengthening, or we're creating behaviours with a combination of punishment, negative reinforcement, to be honest with you, negative punishment and positive reinforcement as well. The whole lot comes into play there, with the use of reward and with the use of correction. But it doesn't need to be, I've said this before, I know, on lots of occasions, but having startle or having pain or fear or avoidance or any of these sort of like words and potentials that people talk about, that the dog could or the dog might or the dog would or such and such, it all comes down to how you use what you're doing, you know, how you incorporate what you're doing into your training program. But there is no, I can't teach anything with any of that. Nobody can. You know, you can probably sort of like thrash into submission if you wanted to, if you're that way inclined. You know, you could pick yourself up a length of bamboo cane, if you like, and beat 7 shades of Sunday out of your dog. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to get you anything. You might get a dog that's absolutely terrified or whatever, but that has got absolutely nothing, that sort of level of punishment or abuse, because that would be abuse, has got nothing to do with training dogs. And it's got nothing to do with remote collars. You know, the words that are used, the descriptors that are used, and the emotional, very emotionally charged adjectives that are thrown out there to basically prime a mindset in a negative sense towards a tool. But really, you do need to see it, you know, you do need to use it, you do need to feel it, because somebody saying to you, I'm working on such and such a level and the dog is responding like that, it doesn't really mean a great deal unless you felt that. But even then, even when you feel it, as I say, I can't feel that, but she can. So even then, even what I can feel and what I can perceive as a comparison, as a parallel to how she perceives it and how she is responding, it only really benefits me. It only really makes me feel, oh, you know, I'm happy with that. That's not as bad as I thought it was. But in terms of actually, how does she see that? How does she feel about that? It's of limited value, okay? But what I would say is that there is no pulling, dragging, yanking, you know, forcing whatsoever. There's guiding, there's the addition of pressure, and there's the guiding, so that she knows how to respond in accordance to it. But I mean, I don't know, I'm going to stick a little clip just before this one, which was her spinning, okay, which is her default when nothing's going on really. So what I'm trying to do is break that and trying to give her something to do instead by building this command. And we only started working on this last night. So this is like her, I don't know, maybe 3rd session. I did a little clip earlier on, or I recorded a clip last night that I put on when my son was working with her. But this is like a third session on this behaviour, which, you know, she's doing nicely. She is, you know, she's there, she's relaxed as you like, really. So she's doing well. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, this next clip here, what we're going to do is we're going to look at building some duration on the place with her. So I'm going to speed up the playback on it so that nobody's having to watch a dog sat on a place board for however long she happens to stay there. But what I want to do is just have a look and show you, you know, this is session time, session-wise, this is like her third, fourth session on this exercise. So we're just going to have a look. I'm looking for ideally to settle down into the either a relaxed sit or the DOWM position, and then we're just going to leave her on there. I'm not going to give her any additional commands, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait back and see how long we get. Good girl. Okay. No. Bed. Good girl. Okay. Go on.